Alright, how you guys doing? We're taking out the Comanche today. I was kind of going through my aircraft list, and I'm like, I haven't flown the Comanche in a bit. So, we're going to take that out. It's like kind of dark at this airport, even with the scenery, with the lights and stuff. Like, I look this, I guess that's just the exposure of the camera that it changes when you look at the lights. Makes everything a little darker. Yeah, I guess that is how the sim works. Liberty, how you doing? Alright, so today is Flying Thursday down to Peoria, of course with Dylan being the kind of flight host, whatever you call it, in Pilot Club. Look, bro, so here's the thing about that. I was doing air traffic control yesterday, you know, on VATSIM here. And the people in my team speak, and also a few people on that helped out in the stream chat, we kind of figured out before all the news agencies did. About 5 minutes after it happened, someone would have noticed. DCA is closed until 5 a.m. tomorrow. What's going on? Alright, so of course we're supposed to get there between 2 and 3 Zulu. I don't know how likely that actually is to happen. We'll see. Message by a controller friend, huh? Yeah, it was kind of fun. We all just kind of figured it out before the news agencies did. Alright, so the flight today, of course, everything's marginal VFR and IFR. So I'm gonna simulate VMC, which, you know, we basically remove the clouds, but keep the same wind temperatures and pressures, and just fly this whole thing VFR, because I want to go down the eastern skyline here, or the eastern flyway, I guess it's still a skyline, because there was, what was it, the scenery for Chicago I got a while back. I don't remember when, but, you know, I want to try to see what all that looks like. I'm pretty sure I have it installed at least. I didn't even think to check. So I'm gonna check. Oh yeah, we got it. Hell yeah. Alright, so what I gotta do is set up my weather. Let's see, I'm gonna start with a preset just to have something going on. Heavenly weather, I guess. Oh yeah, that does actually look pretty cool. But of course it's gonna be nighttime, so it won't matter too much. And the cloud level, I will need to raise that. Just makes it look even more crazy. It was like, how did you find out so fast about it? Because you went and sent them all like a text or whatever. Alright, so then... here, Waukegan. Altimeter 29081. You called them. Oh. You guys would have had like a group chat or something going. Temperature 8 degrees. What is that in freedom units? Because that's what this uses. Which I wish it would do Celsius. It maybe does. That's maybe a setting. $46. Yeah, it's gotta be, you know, close. Doesn't have to be exact. You found out in the morning. Oh. Yeah, we were doing all sorts of internet sleuthing there, trying to figure out what was going on. Oh yeah, winds. I need to put in winds. They are 220 at 8. See why the helicopter didn't just like stop and move out of the way. So there's a few reasons for that. Apparently they were using night vision goggles, so it's harder to see the plane. They probably saw a plane that was further out in the finals area. They were a military helicopter, so the military a lot of the time just gets to do whatever they want. And so these guys were, just doing that. What the ATC should have done is give a traffic point out to the CRJ, in my opinion. At least let them know the aircraft is there, because apparently the helicopter had either no or minimal ADSB equipment on board or something. Something like that. Alright, we're gonna go with the 430. I don't need nothing fancy, I just need something to see where Bravo is and all that. Or do the 530. Yeah, I'll go the bigger screen. And then set the altimeter. Alright, I need to connect to VATSIM. We are Pilot Club 341. A huge plane. It's not that big of a plane. They're flying over there because military training routes. I'm pretty sure they do that somewhat often in that area. Doing French lick to Peoria. Okay. Yeah, IFR is probably the best idea because of the weather right now, but I'm choosing to do something a little different. What was I doing? I always get distracted. For all of these work. We'll probably give her full fuel. CG out of limit. Huh. Oh, that doesn't work. Fuel out there in the tip tanks too. What's that? Oh, I thought you could click on the thing. Now that'd be kind of cool if you could. Like I said, I get distracted easily. And then I'm not gonna do my switch of nav lights. I'm gonna do it like that. And actually, make sure it's live time. I turn that off just to see the clouds. I was about to say, don't tell me it's gonna freeze. That wouldn't be good. Let me make sure my start switch is working because I've got a profiled where sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. The fuel needs to... Forgot which ones? Okay, main is straight up. I often made the mistake where I don't do it that way. Prime it. Alright, now we're good to go. No one's around. That took that a second. Up, and I forgot about brakes. Now, even though my parking brake switch is on, it doesn't turn it on by default in this plane. Pull the mixture back. And then, even though air traffic control's not on, I'm gonna file a flight plan. And I don't need to do VFR, but I'm still gonna do it anyways, just because I am simulating VMC. I don't need to file it, but I will. Paste, usual. Simulating VMC, there we go. Go 1200. The CTAF for this airport 12005. Actually, wait, that's my comm too. Bruh. Up here, I'll put it. One, 2, 0. 05. And we're on comm 1. Get our flaps set. One notch. Now it's flashing oil. I'm assuming that means oil pressure. Or temperature? I don't know. Except for that there, I don't know really what it's yelling at me about. Ah, there we go. Sure, whatever. Okay, so now it's not yelling at me. And the weather... Oh, that's not weather. That's procedures. 220 at 8. I'll go depart runway 23, left downwind departure. Also down here, make sure ADSB stuff is on. Radar. Well, not really radar. Not really how it works. Now, I'm not exactly sure where to go. I guess we'll figure it out. Just... oh, there we go. There's a line. We're kicking traffic. Pelican Tree 41 Comanche taxiing to runway 2 tree. Be crossing tree 2. We're kicking traffic. My engine doesn't really sound the greatest right now. I don't know if that's the winds. I don't know. Okay, traffic, Pelican Tree 41, clear of tree 2, Keegan. Yeah, is that just me or does my engine not sound right? Or is that just normal plane rumbles? Look at that in just a second. Oh, they're all firing. So I'll, do a run up prior to departure. Somewhat into the wind. And Dylan, do you happen to know what RPM you bring it for the run up in a Comanche? I think for a Skyhawk it's 1800. About a 90 drop there. About a 90 there too. No, it all works. We're good. Keegan traffic, Pelican Tree 41 Comanche departing runway 2 tree left crosswind departure. Why, Keegan? And there's no air traffic control on. On departure, I'm only gonna go up to like 2,500 maybe. No reason to go higher. Roll wide runway. Go out to the shoreline and just basically follow it all the way south until I get down near Gary. Of course, altitudes do matter. It flaps up. Munchin, how you doing? Or Munchin. I don't know, I think that's how you pronounce that. Alright, now autopilot's holding the heading. What sucks is my tablet can't have the flyweight charts on it, so I just gotta look at it above here. Yeah, I'll be at 2,500 until I get down here midway. Or lower, of course. It's alright to be lower. Holding the altitude. I don't need all the fuel flow or anything. Before I forget, just go join the voice chat. Hey Steve, how you doing? We're flying along the Chicago skyline. Well, I guess we're not fully in Chicago yet at all. Risen up, Ohio, huh? There's all these different little towns they tell you along here, so we're at Lake Bluff right now. Looks like Sam's deafened over in the voice. Wonder what he's up to, what shenanigans he's doing. I guess I should monitor 22.8, technically. Sitting on the ground at Columbus, huh? Yep, I think I see someone that got their lights flashing over at O'Hare. No, I don't see it. ahead and look at my altitude. Make sure I'm at 2,500 and not 3,500. Now we're good. It's at or below 2,500. It's recommended here. I mean, technically, you could do at or below 2,900. But ATC probably wouldn't like you if you did that. Supposedly, once I get more towards downtown Chicago, all the buildings should look pretty decent.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi. Bahi Temple is what we're coming up to. Really doubt I'll be able to see that in the sim, especially at night.
Hey Dylan, you flying in the dark?
What's up?
Oh, other Dylan.
Other Dylan.
I was wondering if he was flying in the dark. We're both going out of French Lick.
Yeah, I see Sam going out of Columbus there. There's a few people out of Pittsburgh. Longitude 737 longitude. I think buildings are loading in there. Just as I'm just trying to stay out of the Bravo, we'll give it a couple degrees left. Looks like near this road right there is the edge of the Bravo, I think. Could be wrong. So I don't actually know the Chicago area. Wait, there's a Kodiak update out? Wait, I gotta check this out. Where did I get the Kodiak from? I think Just Flight. I don't see an update yet, I don't think. Yeah, I don't see it yet. It'll probably be there like tomorrow or something. Alright, I just passed over Northwestern University. Yeah, I guess that kind of looks like a college campus. You can see all the runways. I think that's a midway right there, so that means O'Hare's over there. I will need to descend down to 2,000 here. Sure, let me go ahead and do that. Feet to go. Alright, there we go. Update for the Kodiak and the RB14. I think I bought both at some point. Bunch of change logs there. And there's the whole Skyline thing. I think I got it for free from some giveaway. Cool looking thing there. Tall ass buildings. They don't have that many of those here in Louisville. Apparently the last like actual skyscraper in Kentucky was constructed in the 80s. From a little image I saw recently. Midway is just over there. I don't even know what sports stadium that is, but it's one of them. I think here, yeah, this is supposed to be Meg's Field that's in Flight Sim 2020. It's not supposed to be there, but they added it anyways. It's kind of funny, when that, at least when that first came out, I saw many people that would try and request to fly there, and they just take them to O'Hare, I think, because we don't have any video maps or anything to be able to give them an approach on Bad Sim. Just, I don't think. I have no idea. I don't control in the Chicago area. Apparently there's a P180 that's coming out by Flight FX. There's a whole video they posted. I thought it was, who is it? I thought it was Black Square that was going to be making this plane. Maybe they're making a different plane that's somewhat similar. Didn't realize it's Italian either. I've got to get a little more to the left so I'm not busting the Charlie here. See, I'm gonna cut this gap between the Charlie and Gary's class Delta to kind of get over towards the west. Still no air traffic control, that's disappointing. I kind of was planning to stop over here at Lewis University. Did download scenery for it just in case I could stop there, and I probably will.
Yo. Yo.
Yo yo.
Alright, I'm gonna do like a 170 heading here. I've just got to stay outside of whatever this is. And then I'm good. Hey, this like bouncing thing it keeps doing.
Yeah, I was not able to pick up that on one of the days in November in Pittsburgh. Go a different way.
Oh, was it the weird terrain humps? Did you get that?
Yes, I popped a really cool wheelie and then died.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
Do you have that scenery off flightsim.to?
no, I forgot to grab that. I'll have to grab that next time. I'm gonna go a long way around next time.
That smooths it out a little bit, but it's still, you still got some of the undulations there on November.
I just saw you slew right back into the middle. That's funny. So yeah, I got all the scenery from Pittsburgh.
How you doing,
Just flying
Kenny?
around with the drone earlier. It was kind of
Flying another bug smasher
It's a little
today.
outdated. Like when you get to the top of November there, before you hit Bravo 1, it shows you that there's a turn onto the, basically straight onto the runway that used to be there that's not there anymore. There's a few other things, but it is a really good freeware scenery.
So with the Bravo, I can go back up to like 3,000. Actually, should I? Yeah, we're gonna do that.
mic sound okay? Because I have this weird echo.
Yeah,
Yep,
Sounds
sounds
fine.
fine on this end.
Yep, your mic is fine.
Anybody?
yeah, sounds good.
Oh, that's not good. I can't hear anything now.
Did you hear
Oh,
some
no.
feedback?
You
Yeah,
flew
sometimes when I
up.
talk with my
Nice.
cell phone, I hear some feedback. Like a echo sound.
I don't think he can hear anything now.
You done broke it. You done did it. You done goofed. Clear direct pizza. Yeah.
Matt, I promise
Unable.
my speed's gonna pick up here once I level off at about 3,000 feet.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What is gonna be your cruise speed?
Should be 0.83, but in the climb it's got me at 7.6, so it'll pick up quite a bit.
Alright, sounds good. I'm gonna be at Mach 8.0, and yeah. I think he will be much faster than me.
I don't know if you saw the wind barbs, but the winds are bad tonight.
Nope, I didn't even look at that.
I'm at 40,000 and I've got a direct 140 knot headwind.
You're going east or west?
Going west.
Straight into the jet stream.
Oh yeah, wait. I was thinking of it wrong. I'm like, wait a second.
Hey, Dylan, you around?
I guess not.
Interesting.
Not only is people's V-pilot being messed up.
Right, let's try that. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah,
Yep, 10 times.
Oh, there we go. All right, cool.
Five.
we heard you before too.
Yeah, but I didn't. I saw people lighting up and like their screens lighting up, but I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, guys, you know, until they get it fixed, you should probably check your V-pilot every so often, make sure you're still like actually transmitting on the frequency. Because I've had over the last few weeks when I'm doing air traffic control, just people not responding, and it's almost always been a V-pilot issue recently.
Yep.
I think it's actually a Win 11 24 H2 problem because it's broken all kinds of audio things and all kinds
is
of
it?
like, yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's that. It's that I've experienced it a couple of times. It'll show in your V-pilot you're not transmitting on anything, and you have to
Yeah, I've
either disconnect, reconnect, or I've just restarted the V-pilot.
Yeah, it's not even a disconnect reconnect. It's just sometimes it's like you got to actually recycle the entire client, like disconnect, like exit out and then restart. the
Yeah,
client.
yeah, I'm saying you close it, reopen it. Alright, so this airport over here, Lewis.
All right, see if I can remember how to start this this jet.
Control E. How hard can it be?
Pull the ripcord. Yeah.
Even better, start on the runway, it starts for you.
That's what I call a shortcut.
Alright, keeping about
Hey,
the
Stephen,
same
are you
wind standards and
streaming?
pressures as usual.
For some reason, I cannot connect to your Twitch.
Oh, that's weird. 'Cause I always have my laptop open so I can see if it's working or not, and it's working there.
me see. Maybe I did something wrong.
Comanche, you know, is a good aircraft to be doing this kind of stuff.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
Dang it, stop going back. CTAF 134.8. Field elevation 6,700, 6,800 really? Or no? Not 6,000, no, 680. So I'm gonna go 700.
Hey, did I not copy your ass?
1,700 will be our,
Yeah, I just leveled up,
thing.
so
I'm gonna land runway 20.
I'm starting to increase it
Is
now,
the
so
winds.
you'll see it come up quite a bit here. I'm going through 320, and I'm only at 7.7.
Right.
Bro, when it comes to flying in a headwind like that, I'd rather stay lower for longer, so, you know, you get a little more speed lower down.
Yeah, it was worse. Like, the high 30s were the worst that I saw, and it actually got better once I got above 40. I got another 30 knots.
Yeah, it's once you
better
pass,
once I
like,
got up.
24 to 28,000, usually, like, I think the worst, maybe, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really, as you're taking off, you know, as soon as you can, just, you know, go 250, or 200, no, what is it? 320 knots or something, somewhere around there's the max speed, the longitude. Just hit up that until you get to Mach numbers, and then go Mach 8.3. And then, you know, once you get up to, you know, 24, 20,000 feet, climb real quick out of that.
Yeah, it's like a numbers game. See, I don't fly it that often, so I usually just set the flight level change and let the FMS do it.
If
I can
anything
fly this plane more.
happens, gives you the,
pretty much what I do.
7,500,
At
that's
about
general
4,000
emergency.
feet
Oh,
or
no,
so,
that's,
it's a
that's
flight level change,
hijack.
let it
Yeah, you
rocket
get kicked
out.
off the network for that.
Question for you on that, Rich. When you take off, do you set the speed to manual and set it to that VFTO speed and then switch it to FMS after, or what do you do?
Nope, I leave it on manual, and then I fly it. I engage the, just on manual, and then the thing will keep it at 200 knots as long as you have flaps down. As soon as you go flaps up all the way, then it'll allow you to go into 250 knots below 10,000.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which I found out by accident trying
Why does
to do
that
a go
suck?
around,
That's
and I
a
had
good
flaps
thing.
down. I'm like, why can I not climb at 180
You're not
knots?
supposed to simulate those kind of emergencies on
'Cause it won't
VATSAM.
let you go
And
past,
most of the time, you don't even do
200 knots or
emergencies.
whatever with the
Because
flaps
it's
down.
up to controller discretion where they
It'll
want
be
to
your
allow
best
it or
friend
not.
if you ever record one of those flights so we can all watch it.
What, where I go taking off?
The whole schmear.
Oh, I mean, you can watch now.
Well, I'm flying my own airplane right now.
Priorities.
He wants to watch it on his own time.
Well, I am at the gate now, and it's supposed to be wheels up at 0106 Zulu to make 0930 touchdown. So I still got a minute or two that I can play around.
Matt, you might end up getting in before me. I'm maxed out, and I'm still only 353 across the ground. So if you pass me, that's fine. I'll just vector myself to get some space. We'll figure it out once we get there.
No, I was just going super full speed over here. I was just slow down to max 7.8.
Yeah, it's not a big deal because again, my guess would be you may not quite be getting the winds that I'll get, but I have no idea. It's really bad.
No, I'm following you. I know what you're doing. I'm just gonna slow down a little bit.
There's the airport right there. In sight. Lewis traffic, Pocket Tree 41 Comanche, 900 miles east, wind in the left downwind, runway 20. Full stop, Lewis.
Because to be honest with you, most of the time when I'm following as
Hopefully, I can get in here before the briefing.
It's
Yeah, we're not gonna do left down, we're gonna do left base.
Catch him up.
Get in there a little
this is the
quicker.
first time I've ever seen a ground speed at cruise that low on the longitude. So
What's your ground speed?
353.
I've probably seen lower.
I guess if the jet stream gets real bad, like I said, at like 38,000 feet, it was a 140 knot headwind. It's 120 at 43.
Okay, we will have our briefing in 4 minutes.
Well, I got the real time weather, but not the real time play on the daytime. So weather should be fine. Wind are fine. I don't know. My
If you
speed.
change the time, it doesn't really affect it as long as you got the live weather on.
Exactly.
Yeah, altitude does affect your speed.
Yeah. So he's flying at flight level 430. I'm flying at flight level 320, and I am at 78. And I am at the same ground speed as him. I think he's at Mach 83.
Yeah, you got the winds that'll affect it, and then also every 1,000 feet, the Mach number will change by, I think it's 0.01 or maybe 0.02, I don't really remember, but it's something like that to keep the same ground speed.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the wind charts again, and I might
There's
come back
traffic,
down a little bit
Falcon
just to
341
wipe this stuff
Comanche
off.
in the left
Say your
base,
speed
runway
again,
20 full
Dylan.
stop Lewis.
I'm again 0.83 and I'm 353 across the ground right now.
Yeah, I'm 0.78 and flight level 320.
And what are you showing across the ground?
Alright, we'll go. I
It's
can't even see it.
351.
Shut off the autopilot.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a different altitude.
Well, nobody cares. I mean, I can just slow down as long as we got the separation.
Now let me look at the charts. I'll figure it out because I got the wind bar charts there. I'll figure it out.
Alright, we'll go prop mixture forward. Gear down. All of my lights are on. And Lewis traffic, Falcon 341 turn in final, runway 20 Lewis.
Alright, 2 minutes now.
I'll just try and exit Bravo and go to like the terminal ramp or something. Yeah, I've got all white, that's fine.
I just
Manage.
refiled for 32,000.
Yeah, I'm about to drop down to 34. Is where it looks like the real difference starts.
Be with my luck, ATC will come on and like, hey, you're 11,000 feet below your assigned altitude.
Well, that's where I just take the liberty of being a vacuum tour, and I'm like, do you want to stay there?
Matt, you're at 32,000, right?
Yay, bounced. You don't know if he's here? I don't think so. I get off at Kilo, I'm gonna get off at Golf. Pretty sure High would have done it if he
I'm
was.
showing 8 o'clock on the docket, which means it's time for the briefing. Alright, Alright, can everyone see my screen okay?
Yup.
Awesome. So, welcome all to yet another Flying Thursday. I am your host, Dylan, Logbook 1496. I presume we're all old hats here. Does anyone need a refresher on the admin stuff?
Nope.
Okay, sounds good. We'll move straight ahead to the event briefing. And today, we're going to be heading to the hometown of Caterpillar, which is Peoria. And we're going to be landing at their international airport, Kilo Papa India Alpha. So the Peoria International Airport is a Class Charlie airport located in the heart of Illinois. It features 2 perpendicular runways with the longest being just over 10,000 feet in length, making it suitable for all sorts of traffic. Of course, you are responsible for your own flight plan briefing, your routing and all that, but you already know that if you're a regular for Flying Thursday. Let's take a look at the weather real quick.
Park the plane.
So if we head over to Peoria, the winds are pretty light coming in from the southeast. So you can plan to land the runway 13s. Runway 13.
Plural.
If we take a look at the flight levels, we have a very strong jet stream enhanced by this I think that's a low pressure system over here, and it's blowing generally from southwest to east. So if you're coming in from, say, Oklahoma, Tulsa, you'll have a nice time. For those people coming out of Pittsburgh, you might have a strong headwind. Let's look at the weather, and my goodness, down in Peoria, we've got a little bit of showers here. It's pretty heavy rain over in the Ohio River Valley. Becoming better as you move to the east and
Yep, I looked outside and it was raining a bunch
south.
earlier. Louisville's right in the middle of all that.
And then we have this line of storms coming off just to the west of the Mississippi there. And another bit of rain coming to the west of St. Louis. I don't think it's going to make it to Peoria in time. Looking at our skew-T diagrams, we can see a very wide separation in the dew point and temperature at about 5 to 10,000 feet. It becomes a little bit closer up to 15, 20,000. It closes in a little bit at 2 and 3 o'clock at our arrival window. So, by the basis of this, we shouldn't have too much in the way of icing. Looking at the VATSIM radar, at the moment we don't have any ATC on at Peoria, but hopefully they'll be coming on soonish. Around the area, we do have coverage in Columbus and St. Louis. We've also got Memphis online, we've got Atlanta online, we've got Detroit Approach online. We've got Toronto on for their Toronto Thursdays, we've got Potomac. So hopefully we will get some more coverage soon.
Hopefully.
And with that, I think that covers everything. Are there any questions? If not, enjoy your flight into Peoria.
So let me put this back.
Hey Dylan, you still loading in at French Lick?
I'm loaded in, but I have to get in onto the VATSIM.
Hey, Dylan.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Sounds good.
Dylan,
What's up?
you have white noise in your mic.
Oh, that's because I have another computer computer running, so you're probably hearing the fan noise there.
Well, you know what?
Or you
Now that
also found
briefing's
it
done,
kinda
I
calming.
will be right back.
I almost had a nap.
You have a fun noise on your computer? I don't get it.
I also thought it was my trim wheel going crazy, but I'm glad you said that.
It does kind of sound like a trim wheel, doesn't it?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Dylan? What are you doing? Like the white noise was crazy over here.
I enjoyed it.
This is on ASMR.
No, I know the reality. What Dylan is mining Bitcoin, and you hear the fans.
That's exactly probably what it is, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't mind any cryptocurrency.
You sure?
Looks like you spawned right on top of me. Hang on, I'll move ahead a bit. There we go. I just moved out of your way.
Ah, perfect. Thanks. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Once you're up in cruise, you can check out Sky Blue Radio. They sound great at any altitude, whether you're on the ground or up in the flight levels.
Hey Dylan, the separation is perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as what I was getting at 43,000. I mean,
Yeah, I will just slow down to one notch, maybe 76, and it's gonna be perfect for landing.
copy. Yeah, I'm at 8.3, so I wouldn't worry about it. By the time we get there, we'll be more than enough. I think we've got 5 already.
Yep, perfect.
Oh, it seems like Captain Crunch is back on Sky Blue Radio.
He wasn't making enough money selling cereal?
Apparently not. I had a run on Crunch Berries.
Yeah, the PPL costs a lot of money, so I guess he had to come back on the air.
True story. You ready to go, Dylan?
Just about.
Alright, I'm a taxi down.
Sounds good.
You picked a great name for an airport.
Peoria?
French lick.
Oh,
I'll tell Larry Bird we say hi.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui sait parler français?
Ouais.
English?
unable.
Français?
I've never been to Indiana. I don't think they speak English in Indiana.
Est-ce que vous parlez français?
Do you speak
No,
French?
I do not want escargot with my French toast.
Negative.
Thank you.
Yeah, at my school I took Spanish.
Yeah, I haven't learned Spanish before French, but the third language I think in USA is French after Spanish.
Well, I think
I thought it was
French is the third
Chinese.
language anywhere.
It's probably Chinese.
Oh, really? Chinese is in front of the French now?
It's gotta
I'd
be
have
close.
to,
All
I'd have
right.
to look it up. I'll
Ready to
do
go.
it once I'm in the cruise.
Go back to runway 20.
I thought
Probably
it was
just
Creole, which is kind of like a
do
southern
somewhat of an
French.
intersect departure.
No, it's not really the same, but yeah, there's some similarity.
What airport was that
Yeah,
again?
I didn't do well in French in high
Actually,
school,
ATC?
and then I took French 3 times in the Navy and still didn't do any good.
That's because you didn't have a good teacher.
Back up 341.
Yeah, it's because I
Taxi
grew
runway
up on the
20,
West
lowest
Coast.
traffic.
West coast of Canada?
Yeah, Vancouver area.
Yeah, I love Vancouver. It's scenery. The scenery is really beautiful here.
Did you know the United States does not have an official language?
Oh, so
Well,
you can
you
speak
know-
what you like.
Someone that can speak 3 languages is called trilingual. Someone that can speak 2 languages is called bilingual. Someone that can speak 1 language is called American.
Yeah, but most of the American I know speak at least 2 languages, Spanish and English, I believe.
Nobody here in America speaks English properly anyway.
Right.
Speak Christian here.
Especially the more south you go.
Yeah, they speak American.
I used to speak really good Drunkenese, but I don't do that as much anymore.
It's the airport train out of Iro.
Well,
Nice.
American's just English. It's just a
Going a bit quick here,
dialect
though.
of it.
Just
Would you
realized
like
that.
to know the stats
I was airspeed alive on the
of
taxi.
the other languages?
I guess that tailwind's pushing me.
It's Spanish or Spanish Creole. Just 41 million people apparently speak that. Then Chinese,
Wow.
which is 3.4 million.
Yeah, but it's not Chinese. The real word, I think it's Mandarin. Mandarin.
That could
Right.
be Cantonese. There's like 18 different languages in
yeah.
China.
I think that captures all the different ones. That's my thought, at least.
And can you write in English? Can you write in Arab? Can you write in Mandarin? Like writing? I'm not sure if I say it right. Writing? Like when you write some stuff?
Yeah, I gotta learn Chinese at some point. I know, like at universities, a lot of people speak that. I think.
No, not speaking. I mean when you write some stuff on the paper. I'm just.
Calligraphy?
Yeah, Lewis traffic.
Is it that the word?
41 Comanche departing runway
Think so.
20, straight out departure, Lewis traffic.
Calligraphy, yeah. I think that's correct.
Yeah, that's spectacular. I think.
I know 2 languages if air traffic control language counts.
Hey Stephen, I want to have your opinion on the crash on DC.
Should we really talk about that though?
I wouldn't talk about it here. It's kind of a political nature, I think. So let's wait until the.
Well, yeah,
NTSB
there are
releases
some
their
people that
report.
made it political, yes.
Yeah, but it's just in our group. I mean, no one hear us, so we just want to hear what you think, Stephen.
Wasn't good.
Yeah,
Is
not
it
good.
is it the helicopter you think, or the controller?
Controller did exactly what he was supposed to do.
So is the helicopter?
I don't know who's at
Yeah,
fault. The evidence hasn't been laid out yet.
But from what we see, I think also it's the helicopter for sure.
I think we should
Helicopter
probably wait
was
for the,
military training. They were in apparently night vision goggles. They can't really see that well out.
Yeah, and someone said that they were higher than they should. Like,
Yeah, apparently.
yeah,
What I
that's-
was really worried about when I saw it is that one of our customers, which is the National Nuclear Security Agency, they just bought 2 AW139s, and we did all the racks and stuff, and the screens, and all the mission equipment for them to do all their scanning and whatever for like radiation and neutrons and whatever. So like they're the ones that are gonna like fly over the Super Bowl, make sure nobody has any dirty bombs. But anyway, so we were really worried when we heard it was a helicopter crash with a jet on approach in DCA, because they operate around there out of Andrews Air Force Base all the time at really weird altitudes and really weird flight patterns, doing all kinds of scans. You're like, oh man, were they like doing some kind of, weird mission or whatever? Like that it turned out it was Black Hawk. And don't mean to trivialize that, but a lot of us were like, oh, thank God.
Wait, so you're part of that Wendover video I watched?
Which one?
Let me go find it.
But Rich, what is the chance of the Black Hawk hitting the CRG? Like, really?
Apparently pretty good.
I meant to only stop at 2,000.
I mean, this is special because the controller are the best in Washington. This is the best controller you can get, I think.
Well, it
Yeah,
just
not really.
illustrates that with any kind of situation when you involve humans and machines, things can go wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, there was not a lot of traffic over DC. Just a helicopter, maybe 3 plane, regional plane.
He was pretty busy. If you watch the vast aviation replay of it, he was
Yeah, he was
very,
busy.
very busy.
Yeah.
And that, if you remember, the RJ wasn't
There was
landing
traffic
runway
back in
1.
341. We're actually in the area to the
Everybody
southwest
else
called
was
Lewis.
landing runway 1, which basically
my tablet's
threw him
not
right in the
updated for
face
some
of the
reason.
Helicopter. It wasn't like when he gave
Oh,
the
there it
pass
is.
behind. It wasn't really a pass behind because they were essentially head on. So it's again, you're gonna have to wait until the NTSB comes out with their thing.
Yep.
But I think what Steven said with the whole night vision goggles, I think makes a difference with maintaining visual. I think there's gonna be a bunch of different things that they're gonna have to change.
Yeah, I also hear that there was not TCAS, like in the helicopter. They turned it off for some reason.
Military
Yeah,
guys
there
don't have
wasn't
TCAS.
ADSB out. They don't have it a lot of the time.
They wouldn't have TCAS either, I wouldn't think.
Well, them having ADSB out would cause the CRJ to have a TCAS alert.
Which they did not have.
Yeah, but what I see is that the Blackhawk turned off the TCAS. I don't know what is you call it, the TNT something, and it was off for some reason.
Because of training.
Yeah, with Google, not Google. But why do you train in fucking Washington?
Why does anyone train anywhere? Because the base is around there.
Yeah, but Washington is already a super difficult airport. I mean,
Yeah, but that particular flight, I believe they said was used for VIP transport, like different higher up military guys, I guess. I don't know what the word is, but
yeah. Well,
Apparently the call sign they were using is usually meant for some, government officials.
but why the controller was not aware of this situation?
he was.
He was 3 minutes prior. And he gave them, the visual, and they said they had the traffic in sight.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. That's true.
Matt, I'm a controller in Pittsburgh. We do this all the time with medevac helicopters. They pass through the final, and if they don't have the traffic, you just tell them to stop. Once they get the traffic, pass behind, and they keep going to whatever hospital they're going to. It's done every single day without incident, and
But why they don't do it in Washington? What happened?
I'm assuming they do it in Washington. That's why the controller felt comfortable enough to do it, even though they weren't really on crossing forces,
It was nighttime visual rules.
which makes it easier. In my mind, it makes it easier. They get each other in sight so much quicker on a clear VFR night, like it was, than they do.
Yeah, they point out the traffic. The traffic was on like a 5-mile final, and they're like, yeah, we got him in sight. Except what I think is they got the traffic in sight that was behind them.
That's the same. That was the first thing that I thought, was that they got the wrong traffic in sight, and that whatever happened, the RJ got caught up in some kind of light pollution on the ground or something.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, is that they were so low that maybe they just didn't see him reference to some other lights.
So almost like some sort of like spatial disorientation, almost.
Maybe.
Yeah, with night Google. I don't get the night Google over Washington.
Night Google? What?
Like the
What's
night
that?
vision goggles.
Yeah, over Washington, really? Training?
Yeah, it seemed a little bit crazy considering, Washington's pretty well lit.
So they're doing low-level night vision stuff, that's just kind of how they're doing. I'm guessing they were practicing like some sort of evacuation route or something. In case something ever happens near DC, they gotta evac all the officials.
That's the
Yeah.
other thing, is that those guys are operating lower than like your standard helicopter is like 500 to 700 AGL is where they like to live. Those guys were what, 200-300 AGL? So it does affect it when you're calling out traffic to them.
Well, one thing for sure is that this case is really, really interesting to me. Because nobody can figure out what happened.
It was kind of funny though. So I think the airport closed at like 8:57 or 8:47 or something like that. And you know, there's a whole bunch of us controlling here on VATSIM last night, and within 5 minutes we knew the airport was closed, and we're like, what's going on? You know, all of us just aviation geeks, some of us pilots.
I heard a bunch of people decided to hop on the network last night with Blackhawks, like down in that area.
I saw one guy, he flew the flight from Wichita to DCA with a very similar flight number. Different plane though, but a very similar flight number, and I think he got banned from VATSIM.
Again, come on, man, read the room.
They saw a guy on Volanta that just took off a plane off of DCA and immediately took it into the river.
Stuart, are you encountering a bunch of rain where you're at?
I can't see a thing, so I have no idea. My radar says I've got some rain, though.
And what you guys think will change over Washington, D.C., the Reagan report?
Not much, because they already had all the rules in place. They were good enough.
No, they will change. They will change. That's for
I
sure.
mean, you're just gonna have to wait for the NTSB report to come out, and then they'll probably do something based off that. But I mean, it's already the most complicated airspace pretty much in the U.S.
Yeah, because you land on the Potomac approach on the river Mount Vernon or something, and the controller, I don't know if you see the video, but the controller asked the pilot of the CRJ to switch for runway 33.
The pilot requested it. Most pilots were that night.
Did the pilot request it?
Yeah, most pilots were.
No, the controller asked the pilot to switch for 33, I think.
Well, they may have,
controller
but
did
most
it so he
pilots
could
were
open up
requesting it.
He did it to open up a departure gap so he could get a departure out.
But yeah, I mean,
It's real hard to see what. I mean, I'm just following
I
where
don't
the
know.
dark spot is here.
it's a
And it's the
special
river,
one.
and referencing the chart.
Hopefully it's a quick investigation, and then the NTSB will come out with a report in a few months.
Yeah, and they will change a whole fucking DCA approach. That's for sure. You will have an update on the Iraq.
I really doubt that.
You will have an update on the like when you update your Iraq on the star.
That would be about 3 or 4 years from now if they did anything.
Yeah, it's hard because of where DCA sits. You really can't change that much about it because of all the airspace that's around it, with the White House, the Pentagon, the monuments, all of it.
So they will just close Reagan and they will all deport the flight to what is it again, Kiad? It's
It'd
Duels?
be Dulles or Baltimore, Washington, I think.
Duels. I'm pretty sure they will do something, that's for sure, because these guys don't mess around. When there's a crash, something happened, that's for sure.
If anything, I would say just
halfway
make
there, it looks like.
Reagan just the GA airport, and then have all the commercial traffic go into Dulles.
You know,
Yeah.
Reagan already has a limit on like the range an aircraft can depart to go to or whatever. I think it's like 1,000 miles.
Yeah, but if you look on the video, there was three
Really?
CRG in line to line up for it was a 3-3, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's
They wanna-
normal.
I guess that's true. Like when you think of Reagan, you never see any like bigger aircraft going there. It's
Yeah,
all
same with LaGuardia. I think LaGuardia also has a 1,000-mile range limit.
really.
It's 1,500, I think, for LaGuardia, except on weekends. They relax it.
What's the
Ah,
purpose
okay.
of that? To limit aircraft size?
Probably also to doing that, and probably also to make sure the aircraft are still going to the bigger airports.
Huh. Okay.
There's also no customs at LaGuardia. That's part of it.
Because you're right, you never see international flights going to either of those, like the bigger guys.
I mean, you know, is the reason there's no customs at LaGuardia because of the limitation? They decided, you know, it wasn't necessary?
That could be it as well.
Well, I don't know, but one
Any
thing
other
for
airports?
sure is I think that
I think it'd be hard to find.
DCA Reagan Report will be close to commercial traffic.
Isn't it already reopened, or is it reopened at 5 tomorrow? I've seen 5 today and 5 tomorrow.
It reopened, I want to say around 1 today. It was a
Okay.
Delta flight was the first one in.
Or like use some baked potato recipes? Bruh.
So I pierced through the cloud deck at about 6,000, Stuart.
Well, it's pitch black where I am. I can't see outside of my cockpit. There might be a cloud layer below me. I have no idea. Are you in daylight?
I am in daylight.
Yeah, I decided to do this one at night, so it's quite the adventure.
And what do you have as your cruising altitude?
I'm at 8,000, actually 8,100 right now.
I'm trying to follow a river at night, and it's a little hard to see.
Seems to be a recurring theme.
I'm sitting here wondering, should I go higher? I don't know. Oh, what I might do is start burning off the tip tanks.
So I'm planning on runway 13. I don't know what anybody else is.
I'm planning on doing the VOR TACAN into a 1-3.
For which runway?
1-3.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah, same for me. High, that's 1-3 over. How you say the airport?
Peoria?
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 Peoria.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same with the procedure turn.
Okay, so there's a road to the right of me. Another one there to the
Hey,
left. If I
Ryan,
stay in the
what
middle
is
of them,
your,
that's the river.
Top of descent? How many miles?
60.
Alright, mate, is 80 miles just behind you. Yeah, I should be fine.
Should be fine. What's
It's
his,
not should be fine. We will
what's
be
his
fine.
distance?
Oh yeah, we're good now. I'm
They're
still
8 miles.
65 across the ground, so
As they
yeah, we're good.
descend, they'll
Yeah,
kind of
we are.
compress.
How is it taking off from Pittsburgh? Good weather there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, except for the taxiway where I ran into a giant bump, died.
Well, to be honest, I think I have high respect for the island, so like the takeoff for sure would be great. And you
Yeah,
see, up in the air we follow each other, and there's no problem with you.
Yeah, no, it worked out. That taxiway, even like I said, that third-party scenery doesn't even really smooth it out that well. It's like a known issue in the sim that they just never fixed.
Yeah, Denver, they got the same problem at Denver, I believe.
You know, it's funny, in 2024, they didn't even fix a lot of the issues. Some of them they made worse.
Yeah, we got that 2024 in 2026.
At the earliest.
You know, like New Orleans is even more messed up than it is in 2020.
I'd love to see DFW, because you know they never came out with the scenery for that, and it's just been messed up ever since the 2020 launch.
I think it's alright. I'm
Wow.
not sure if I've really flown there, but I think I've seen it's alright.
I know Joe complains about it all the time, and Serge has said stuff about it. It's in 2020. I'm talking. It's bad.
I thought they made a scenery for it in 2020. I mean, even that's bad though.
There's a third-party one. I think from FlightSim.to was the only one I saw. I don't think there's a payware one. But the third-party
I mean, like the
think
one
is
that
just
came with the sim.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
One that came with the sim.
If they did, then they
Huh.
tried to actually screw it up.
So it looks like that's the river there.
Oh, that's odd. Because I have a
Hard
star
to
next
tell.
to my DFW, but I don't have anything external downloaded on it. The community.
So that must be like one of the handcrafted airports from the Sobo.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Craft airport with an SLO. I remember the aircraft from Airbus they did in 2020. It was a disaster.
Stam, I don't know if that's you on Unicom, but whoever it is going out on Unicom and not in Discord.
No,
I'm
that was
an idiot. Yeah, that was me.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I heard it. and I was
Pro
like,
pilot.
I think that's Sam.
Yeah, that's me. I'm stupid. Sorry. Are you direct the Peoria Vortex?
Yeah, but I'm gonna break off for the right or left down. God, math is hard. For the left downwind for 1-3.
The
Okay.
the ceiling's at 300 feet. Are you going to be able to hit those minimums?
Yeah, it's 200 for the mid, so that's fine.
I have a stupid question over here. What is Charlie Tango Alpha Foxtrot for Pier something?
You said
Peoria.
the CTAF?
124.0.
124.0?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, overcast 300, but the mids for the ILS are 200 for the radio altimeter, so that'll be fine.
I should check what it is for the Vortac approach.
Yeah, normally a Vortac is 500 feet or so.
I guess Dylan's diverting.
Yeah, Dylan, it's 488 radio altimeter, and so yeah, that's not gonna work.
Just
I don't think.
Just do the ILS 13. These winds are 1705. I'm gonna use 13.
Guess I'm gonna use
Yeah,
one.
Here it
ILS,
is a 500 minimum for Vortac. If I do the ILS, it is 200, so that's a bit better.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, what's up?
The other Dylan.
What is up?
Yeah, I'm just behind you. I will go the maximum lowest speed, just to make sure we don't have any confusion.
Okay. Yeah, you should be good. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm starting my descent here in 10 miles, so I'm just gonna keep the speed up as much as I can the whole way down.
Perfect.
Yeah, with that weather, I think the ILS is
It's
the
a
only
good
one that you can't
low
shoot.
and slow flight today.
Are you going for 1-3?
Yeah.
Alright, same.
Matt, what's your Mach number?
Me?
Yeah.
78.
Okay. I'm trying to like slot in behind you guys to your south, probably 30, 40 miles.
Are
Actually,
you
try-
are you
Chicago
411?
traffic.
Yep.
Alright, okay, so maybe I will
A lot of the
not
people that
go
do the
to
text
slowest.
CTAF thing, they're not even text only. I don't really understand
Let me see. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'm direct the Pontiac Dior. It's just like northeast of the correction. It's like east northeast, I guess. Pretty
it.
far
We're going
out.
next to Peru.
Yeah, so you
Peru,
will be before
America.
me because you're on the left side, so I will slow down. I will let you pass.
Okay.
So, I mean, I will slow down to Mach 70.
70
That's what I'm
0.
doing right now. I'll go back up to my normal, a .78, I think.
Yep, go 78. I will slow down to 70.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the ILS 16 with the Peoria transition, and then do the
Yeah, so
procedure turn.
over 15 minutes, they should gain about 12 miles on each other, I think. I'm doing my math right. Mach numbers being
I think I'm going to
approximately
overfly
6
the
knots.
airport and then yes,
Wait,
bring up
1.6 or 1.3?
ILS 13.
That was reasonable
same
right there.
transition.
I didn't go the fastest way you can to land, and I think Sam would be the second, and I would be third.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 8.3 and then transition to 320 or whatever my fastest is.
Yeah,
Just keep
perfect.
that all the way in.
And I think Sam will go 78. Is that good? Sam?
Yeah, man. I'm actually at 0.81.
Yeah, you have to slow down a little bit.
Okay, I'll go 7.8.
Yeah, 7.8. 7.8. I
Why does
will
he have
slow
to
down
slow
7.0.
You're gonna slot in behind me naturally if you keep your speed. So that I think you're fine where you're at.
Oh, now Chicago Approach is online.
Well, just to make sure because I'm just behind him and I don't want to.
I'm
fuck
talking
up.
Sam. If you're gonna put him between the two of us, he'll slot in fine with the speed that he's at.
Yeah, I think
At
it'll
least
work.
behind me.
All right, let's see that.
So I'm also like slightly northwest, so. Yeah, honestly, I might do the procedure turn for the ILS 13 as well.
Yeah, the procedure
So
turn makes it
just
so
I
less
understand
people
why
get
I
in.
go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, the procedure turn.
Okay, maybe I'll stick with the RNAV, I guess.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
everyone
I'll
does
stick
it,
with
it
the
shouldn't be
RNAV.
too bad.
Or you just pretend you're ATC and you vector yourself for the ILS, you know, about 5 to 8 miles outside the final approach fix.
I could do that. Yeah, I mean, the RNAV basically does that for me, so I'll probably stick with that.
But the RNAV also takes you way out further and you have higher minimums.
I
Well-
think the ILS is the only thing you can get in on with the cloud deck the way it is.
What's the ceiling?
It's overcast at 3, and I looked the RNAV thing above that.
389, yeah. Okay, yeah. Guess we're doing the ILS self-positioning radar vectors.
Well, American
Yeah, I'm just behind you,
2076
so
is
if you
just
miss it, just tell me. I
announcing
will,
exactly
go
where
on,
he
I
is.
guess.
To everyone
Because
that it doesn't
I'm
matter
not
for.
sure you will land safely.
From what I'm understanding, the weather system's moving to the east, so maybe by the time like me and Stuart get there, the conditions will be a little bit better.
Making a
Showing
big
1
old
mile,
left turn here in a moment.
Mist, overcast at 300 right now.
Yeah, I should be
Holy
fine.
crap.
Can't see
She'll
nothing
be
out
fine.
here. What
I'm
I'm
just
gonna do, we're gonna
worrying
change-
about the separation between
Change
me
the date.
and Sam. And
We're basically parallel with each other, so as long as you're slow and I'm fast,
Nah, I
at
can see stuff.
0.81, I think we're good.
all right.
Our RVR is 3/4 of a mile, so as long as that doesn't drop any lower, we should be good.
Where everyone's going
It
this.
looks like we need 1/2 mile RVR.
Top of descent in 40 miles.
Yeah, might want to review those missed approaches.
I agree.
And then there's me, I'm simulating VMC, I'll be fine.
For the ILS, it's climb to 2,500. You go direct the tongue NDB, and you hold there.
Oh god, not an NDP hold. I'll just crash my plane.
Or you could
those.
literally supplement it with GPS.
I know.
Yeah,
But
no
I
time.
did not the
No time
other
for
day.
hold. I'm not holding on a simulator.
Just hand fly it. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting bounced around up at 8,000, Dylan?
A little bit, but it's certainly manageable. How about you, Stuart? Are you feeling any turbulence?
Yeah, I'm getting bounced around quite a bit, actually.
Alright, what's the mileage that I have to go on this?
I'd be really uncomfortable if I was in a motion rig.
And I
Oh, there's
have
a
visual
VLR.
of you on my
I
about
can use that.
12 to 1 o'clock, maybe 10 miles in front of me.
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, it's not picking it up yet, though.
All right,
Probably
man, I'm
too
starting
low
my
of an
top
altitude.
descent here.
Yeah, go ahead, and I think Sam will do a second. I will be third.
Sam said that.
Hello, men.
Hello.
And JT.
I just landed in Peoria, and that is nasty, man. I didn't see the runway until about 200 feet. It was awesome.
Awesome.
Wait, what are the minimums again?
Nice, all the way down to minimums.
Yeah, it's definitely minimums. I didn't see it until just before touchdown, so just be aware of that.
Alice minimum is 200 AGL.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, thanks for the fire up, and yeah, you're pretty thirsty, aren't you?
I am pretty thirsty. I'm waiting for my Sam Adams. I don't know what the deal is. I'm going to complain to somebody.
What, Sam Adams?
Hey Sam, when you start descending?
I've started about 3 minutes ago.
So Dylan, you start descending?
Yeah, and I turned off. I'm actually kind of on a modified downwind already, so.
Right, just want to make sure to put myself in between. I guess behind Sam. We form a perfect triangle.
The trifecta. It's perfect for landing. Yeah, I can tell you something else. They will ban all commercial traffic over DC.
No.
No.
Did you say they'll burn all commercial traffic?
They will ban over traffic over DC because this is a joke. Why a Black Hawk? How does this happen? Think about it.
Yeah, I have
What
thought
do
about
you
it.
mean?
Like, what is the chance that a fucking helicopter crash into a CRG?
Pretty likely, because there's helicopters all around there.
Yeah,
Never
but
told me the odds.
But you know how hard is it to be a ATC controller over Washington? This guy is not new. It's absolutely crazy.
How do you know he's not new?
Because
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is that what you don't know is that that helicopter pilot is flying what he thinks is, and he's trying to fly under NVGs in that area, and some aircraft you can't even see their lights on the NVG, and they ask, do you have vertical, or do you have visual separation from the aircraft in front of you? He sees somebody on approach for 1, doesn't see the CRJ on approach for 3-3,
Yeah.
thinks the one that he's being told is on approach for 1. He's like, oh yeah, I got the guy on approach, and he thinks it's the one going into 1. And next thing you know, he's cutting across the 3-3 approach
You know what,
path.
while they're
and,
discussing
wow,
that, I'm gonna.
that's what I'm thinking happened.
Yeah, and by the way, these controller, that controller exactly, I'm sure he's paid in the 6-figure minimum.
I wouldn't get out of bed for less than that to take that job.
It's also the Swiss cheese thing, right? Like everything has to go wrong.
Yeah,
once.
exactly.
Swiss
There's like
cheese
a whole
model.
chain of stuff that happens.
Yep.
I mean, that's what they go with, like all the, the maintenance minimums and the dirty dozen and all that kind of stuff when you're going through accident prevention. And those are the things that they brief. It's like that perfect lineup of all these different holes. That's how you wind up with an accident.
Shouldn't have happened, but it did.
It did because this airport should not allow any commercial aircraft. That's the big mistake. Like you have the White House, you have everything. So of course you will have a helicopter, and this guy in the helicopter, maybe he thought he was like main guy over here, like the main character. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if it was that. I mean, Swiss
maybe.
cheese, right? You got your
That's
nods
true.
on. You don't see a. You're so low. You got light pollution from everything else. All the docks with their floodlights on. You don't see the CRJ.
Yeah, the guy with the CRJ. Oh my god, that's not funny though.
Yeah, and I think that, that CRJ that's circling the land 3-3 is basically lost in all the like he's saying, all the stuff
Yeah.
that's along that shoreline there. And the Black Hawk pilot, who had been previously probably flying under MVGs, is probably going non-goggles at that point because he can't see all this other stuff. So they're asking, do you have visual of that aircraft? He's seeing one on approach for one, thinking it's the one that he's being instructed to maintain separation from, and it's not.
But you cannot hear it on the transmission because the military pilot is on a different frequency, I believe.
Wait, what?
The military pilot on the Blackhawks is a different frequency.
No, not in this case. You can hear them call it out on the radio.
No, you cannot hear him.
Actually, you can. I heard it.
That it did that, but you cannot hear the in real life. You cannot hear a military.
I would
pilot.
think for civilian traffic they would do VHF, not UHF.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even like whenever you're flying in a Class B airspace, it doesn't matter who you are, you're still gonna be required to maintain contact with ATC.
Yeah, it's the same.
Over Washington.
I mean, they might be monitoring other frequencies that are, military only and dispatch and special operations and who knows what, but they still have to maintain frequency communications with air traffic control, especially in a busy airspace like that.
Well, I think we got a problem over here.
That happens every day. I mean, that's a routine VIP Black Hawk helicopter that is stationed out of Fort Myer and runs that route to back and forth to the Pentagon and other spots up in the military district of Washington. So that's not unusual for that helicopter to be there. I've been on that helicopter, so that's not unusual. They're definitely not on a military frequency though. Like you guys said, they're talking to ATC like they should be, so everybody else can hear them.
Okay, but why the
Stu, you
TCAS?
doing a visual?
Why the TCAS was off, GT?
I don't know that the TCAS was off. I know that they tried to point them out visually, and I don't know. Good question.
I
Guess we'll
don't
never
think
know.
most Blackhawks have TCAS.
It was off.
Yeah, but I don't know
Well,
if they
that's
even
why we
have it.
wait for the TSB guys.
How do you know it was off, Matt? How do you know that? If the aircraft's in pieces, how do you know that? You don't know that. You're assuming that.
On the internet, and that must
Dude.
be true.
If you fly a helicopter, think about it. How come that TCAS is off? Is the guy flying in a fucking Black Hawk on Washington? Of course it's off. Otherwise, the helicopter will fucking slow down. No? There's no chance. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the problem.
I think at this point it's all speculation. Whatever we think, we need to wait for the NTSB to come up with the final solution. There's no sense getting angry and arguing about what was on, what was off. We won't know anything definitive until the report is done. And beyond that, there's nothing else that we can speculate about.
Right.
Back in the day, you guys argued about whether OJ was guilty or not, didn't you?
Did not.
Actually, I did. No, I did. No, I didn't.
No, that was me. I blame the TCAS. I just blame the TCAS because the helicopter should have the TCAS on to see that the CRJ was coming off. But it was off for some reason. I'm pretty sure it was off. Because you fly an helicopter, come on, man. You see the fucking... No? Come on.
Well, even if he did have TCAS and it gave him an advisory, if he had visual on that aircraft, you could easily just ignore the TCAS advisory if you have a visual.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But I suspect the TCAS was off for some reason.
close, Sam? Oh, there you are. I see it. Never mind.
Is
What do you-
is it
what-
clear? Is it clear for you, Dylan? I can see lights down on the ground now.
I'm kind of sandwiched between two cloud layers. There's one maybe 2,000 feet below me, and another one about similar distance above me.
Peoria traffic,
Is
pilot
it an
411.
Oreo sandwich or a
approximately
pastrami sandwich?
25 miles
I'd
northeast.
probably say it's
That's true. That's my mic is muted.
Pilot
God
runway
dang
Is it
it.
a soup sandwich?
Cheno, you a pilot or a controller or something? Chalkit, how you doing? I don't know. That's probably not how you pronounce that. Chalkitty, and the search list.
You guys
Yeah,
have the
it's not
iFly
great.
737 Max.
I do, yes.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, it keeps arguing.
It's nice.
When he shouldn't.
The quality is excellent.
Peoria
The
traffic,
interior
pilot
cabin is
802
very
on the
well
left
done.
base for the ILS
Most of the systems
13
work
Peoria.
as intended. I feel that the PMDG one is a little more refined, though, if that makes any sense.
I wish PMDG had a
Full stack
the
there.
Max.
I don't know about that. I'm not really feeling that great
I got
tonight.
into the Max when 2024 came out, and I kind of fell in love with it. But then I don't know. I think Microsoft updated or whatever, and I haven't been able to get 2024 to work. So I went back to 2020 and got the iFly Max, and it's cool. It's okay.
It took me some time remapping all my controls. I use SPAD.next, so it's not difficult for me to map my controls. But I found there was a lot of them that I had to really dig into the manual to get the points for. And I found that their manual was actually a lot better than PMDG's manual. That's for sure. But everything works as it should. I do a lot of my flying, most of my flying in VR.
For
And,
CME, which
and
one?
I find that the VR is not as good as PMDG. Some of the instruments, when you go to move your mouse over them, will like pop up in your face, as opposed to remaining on the console itself. And the alignment isn't right. I just don't feel that it's
I don't
optimized for VR at this point.
Don't think so. Don't think anyone here is.
Stuart, very interesting. I haven't got into VR yet, at least with Flight Sim. I have with some other games, but not with Flight Sim yet. That's interesting.
Oh, VR is a game changer in Flight Sim, and since DLSS 4 just dropped, I swear, of course I'm flying at night now, so it's a little bit different, but I was using the advanced release of DLSS 4 the last few days.
I don't think any
and
of these guys are.
It just everything seems a lot smoother
there's
and
me.
a lot crisper. I use DLSS, and a lot of people complain that DLSS isn't that crisp, but I find that it's actually very crisp, especially on the GTN 750 that I use in the Comanche.
Interesting.
What I don't
Does
like
that
is how it makes the
DLSS,
digital displays blurry.
The DLSS, it doesn't make the displays blurry at all anymore. Actually, if anything, it's almost as crisp as the Steam gauges.
Will that DLSS, will that update with your video driver, or do you have to go grab that?
So if you get the NVIDIA app, you can actually update all the things in the NVIDIA app. There's a bunch of great YouTube videos.
Okay, yeah, I have
The
that.
best one is Island Sim. I think it's Island Sim Pilot. He has an excellent setup of how to get DLS working properly on your system.
Island Sim Pilot. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I see the airport. I'm just gonna go direct the
See,
runway
I don't
here.
care what Serge was saying about you, Stuart. You're pretty cool.
He loves me.
Well, I mean, Serge would have to be around.
Peoria
actually,
traffic.
so-
Falcon 341 is a Comanche.
Oh,
10
so
miles to
true.
the northeast, enter the left downwind. Runway 13, full stop Peoria.
Well, you know, in Canada we have the D&D, and some
Peoria
people think
traffic,
it's the
Falcon
Department of
802
National
is joining
Defense,
about a
but
1
really it
mile
means
final to the
delegating
ILS
this
13 Peoria.
Yeah, most of these other people, they're having weather where they can't see
Sarge
crap
has
right
So
now.
manager there.
built up that policy.
At this point, I'm assuming we're not having any ATC there.
There's none here right now. I'm parked at the gate, but there's no ATC right now.
And the ATIS is not correct.
I mean, ATIS is not correct.
It hasn't updated yet, I don't think.
Yeah, the ATIS I'm picking up out of there is VFR weather.
What? I used the live one, like the real world one.
Yeah, I see limited IFR.
Yeah, it's almost an hour old at Peoria.
When I was on my way here, there were 6 miles of visibility, but when I turned final, it definitely was not that.
Huh.
Yeah, I've got 1 statute mile visibility right now, missed. Temperature 5 dew point 5. Vertical visibility is up to 200 feet.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And it's an AWAS system. So that doesn't help either.
Make sure all the lights are on.
Oh, the TAF is pushing the visibility up to 6 miles. And overcast may be pushing up to 700 feet.
Peoria traffic, Pop 802 is on
And
a
then
5 mile
getting
final,
worse
ILS
again.
13 Peoria.
In the,
I see him.
in the next few
There's
hours
another guy out there.
afterwards.
I'll just slot in between them.
Yeah, it's not going to be a pretty approach.
I wonder why, like, V-Pilot doesn't have, like, a TAF command.
Probably a bit harder to get.
Any of y'all using ForeFlight?
I use it for real world flying, but not for sim flying.
Turn downwind. We're just using autopilot just.
So what avionics do you use in your Comanche?
Let me see here 1 second.
Let's go back from smoke. No, we're landing here.
I've got the GNS 530 in.
Oh, okay. I like the 530. It's really easy to use, but I find that the 750 is so much
So
more
used to
versatile
IFR.
because I can get the sectionals on it. I get all the charts on it.
Traffic,
frequencies,
pocket tree
it tells
41,
me all
left
the VATSIM
downwind, no one
controllers that are in range.
That's kind of cool.
Super helpful in VR, that's for certain.
I've also played around with the KLN 90B, which is a lot more primitive.
Oh boy, yes, that is certainly a lot more primitive. There's one of the aircraft I fly at the school that has something that, just as old as that, if not that.
Huh, CMH is stacked. Samuel, I want to do like a slower approach speed here. Fitting in right in front of you.
Here comes Dylan. Let's see if he crashes.
Oh, so much lack of confidence.
Alright, traffic at back 341. Left base from my one tree
I
pulls
heard
up area.
Stu there in the background.
Peoria traffic, Pop 411, 7 mile final, runway 13.
This dude. Get off the runway quick.
There's somebody on that Sam. November 1, 5,
Track clock of 341.
might be
About a
headed
mile and a
to
half.
Peoria, but
Final
he's
one tree
completely
Peoria.
on some goofy frequencies. I don't know what he's doing.
Trying to make sure he gets off the runway.
CTAF is 124.0.
Yep.
Yes.
He is mostly clear. Good enough.
And Peoria traffic pilot club 802 vacated runway 13, broke out right at minimums. And we're going to taxi Echo Alpha Alpha 4 into the ramp Peoria. Last call.
I didn't even see you land, Dylan. Where are you at?
He's at the supermarket across the street.
Oh, okay, yeah, there he is. Yep, you're right.
Let's hit the brakes a little harder so I can get off quicker here. Peoria traffic pilot of tree 41 clear, runway 1 tree Peoria. How well will his landing go? I'm gonna set the parking brake here real quick. Just because.
There you are, Dylan. I see you pulling up now.
Yeah, you better butter it, Sam. The heat's on.
Peoria traffic pilot 411, short final runway 13.
What happens if he doesn't butter it?
He gets to wear mayonnaise.
Next time he flies, I give him a few 360s.
He gets to go around and do it again.
Wave off, wave off.
Hey Steve, have you ever made anyone just go around just because you felt like it?
I don't think so.
If you're doing a procedure turn, what altitude do you need to be at before the turn?
Hang on, let me look at the chart.
Is it like 500 feet above final approach picks?
You should be above 2,500, making your descent from Adler down and to do the procedure turn, and you should be on the final leg of the procedure turn at 2,500.
Okay, so I guess altitude at Adler is up to my discretion.
Go to these hangars
yeah.
here.
Anything above 2,500, but you should, probably 3,000 is probably pretty good, because then you can descend down and then start your procedure turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on. I just didn't know if that was enough, like, separation for it.
Yeah, should be enough because
pilot 411, clear
at
runway
3,000
13.
feet, if you start your procedure turn, because your procedure turn should take 1 minute and 30 seconds from when you turn out to turning back in at a rate 1 turn. That gives you 500 feet.
Dude,
per
strobes
minute.
are
You
still
can
on
actually
out there.
Start at 3,500 feet, and that'd give you enough time to get down at 500 feet per minute.
So don't descend until the turn starts?
Yeah, and don't go any fast. Well, I mean, you could go faster than 500 feet per minute, but that'd get you
Peoria
down.
Tower,
And even if you're above the slope, you can always get down under the slope as long as you're at the final approach fix at 2,395 feet.
Who's landing runway 31? The wind's favoring that?
I think it's this dude. I can see him, but he's on
Tower just updated.
25775.
Yeah, METAR updated. Yeah, I see
Oh,
that, but
11,
it's
5,
still
37.
It's right at the limit.
Still favoring 1-3.
Yeah, I messaged him, and I don't know what he's doing.
He's going 145 knots at the moment, and at about 4,000 feet.
It's the Tom that's in here. He's deafened. He doesn't use the TPC call sign. I'm not sure why he's going that way.
Oh, I landed on my
Yeah, I guess I should check
other tanks.
FATSIM radar, see where everybody else is.
Not good.
All right, I'm direct Peoria now, Dylan.
I've got
Alright,
about
well, I'm
6
not
nautical
feeling-
miles before I hit Champ.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the best today, so I think there's gonna be no more flying today, despite Louisville and Columbus both being staffed up. I'm just not feeling the best today. Hopefully, I'll be better tomorrow. Although, who really knows? Actually, what was the landing? I didn't see that. 60. Oh, pretty good. Those G's are a little weird, though. Maybe it was downhill slightly. Just very slightly. Yeah, it's like this pain that I keep getting. That's not good. Just maybe not feel, as energetic as I usually might be. Alright, well, if you've missed a stream or part of a stream, all the vibes can be found over on YouTube. Actually, wait, we're going in the wrong order here. If you haven't already, come on over to join the Discord. Tomorrow we'll be doing some air traffic control in the Indianapolis Center area. You can come fly along. And we cover many different airports. Holman, Indianapolis, Dayton, Columbus, Parkersburg, Charleston, Huntington, Cincinnati, Lexington, Louisville, Evansville, and many airports in between. A lot of them not towered, but some are towered, like Wilmington's there, Ohio State is, Rickenbacker is. Bowman, my home airport, technically is. Oh, they even have a Bowman ground there. Huh. Got plans for a bush flight. Since when does Kenny do bush flying? Are you doing that in your F-16? Flaps down the whole way? Well, if you guys haven't already, come on over, check out the 2 YouTube channels. You can find all the old VODs and time lapses on there. You can fly bush in Ohio. I mean, technically you could, kind of. Just not as exciting. But let's find someone to maybe cross Hyper. Why not? Let's go cross Hyperu here. Going into RSW. Forgot where that is. Fort Myers, I think? Started flights in bush flying. We got bored of it. Okay. Alright, well. Stick around for the Raid Frats channel. Points at the follow button here and the follow button on Cross Hyper's channel. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for some air traffic control.